All right, good morning, traders. Welcome back to another video. Now, I know this video will not get much views because of the nature of the topic that I am going to talk about, but that's fine because this is the main reason why majority of traders fail, because they don't want to hear the truth. Okay, now I'm not saying any way, shape, or form that I know everything, but based on my experience and what I had to go through to get to where I am now, um, I think if you pay attention to yourself, there is an element of truth to what I'm going to discuss here. All right. So, um, why do so many traders fail in the trading industry? I personally think that people have to, majority of the traders that are struggling, they have to stop looking at outside in terms of the chart and indicators and risk management and all of that. Turn that attention away from that and then look inward. When I say look inward, I mean pay attention to yourself. Because one of the things that I have come to understand is that in life, nothing happens randomly. Okay, so if you are trying to achieve something and it's not happening, chances are it's not random. Okay, and the reason why it's not random is the very reason why you need to pay attention to yourself and pay attention to inward. What every successful trader, in my opinion, that has consistently been successful has gone through is a transformation of who they were to who they have to become. So that means before you start trading, you were Joe, like this, right? But this is not who you truly are. You're meant to be someone totally different. And before you can be successful, you have to go through struggles to shape yourself to become who you have to be. So maybe you have to be someone with long hair, right? With, I don't know, dressing different, eating different, exercising more. You have to be someone like that. But because you are so focused on just charts, okay, you stay the same. You don't transform, you don't change. All you're seeing is, I want to make money, 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 money. And sometimes, and I'm gonna chip in just a little bit here in terms of your beliefs. Okay. Now, like I said, this subject here is a bit sensitive, but I'm going to say it because it's the truth, or what I believe that if people pay attention to, they will see changes in their trading. When you are new to trading, right, you don't know who you are, what you are capable of, what you can do with money, and what you cannot do without money. Most of the time, that's the case because it's always going to be making money that brings us to trading, nothing else. Okay, anyone that says otherwise is a liar. We all want to make money. That's what brings us to trading. But have you even thought about you, okay, if money is good for you? I know money is good for everybody, but sometimes we have certain innate behaviors that is hidden. Okay, you have certain things that you have no idea about, which is hidden, and that thing will be magnified when you start making money. Okay, the very thing that will bring you down will magnify when you start making money. So in order for you to not go down, make money and go down, you have to transform yourself into someone that understands him or herself, so that you are aware of the flaws that you have within you. Okay, and I'm going to use myself as an example, and I'm being completely honest here. I'm a man. Okay, I'm a man, and I like girls, I like women, right? But that behavior of mine will be magnified if I make a lot of money, or if I didn't go through the transformation period. That behavior would have magnified when I made money, and chances are I'm gonna blow it, because one, I'm always gonna be partying, I'm always gonna be spending a lot of time trying to chat girls, I'm trying to impress people, especially women, right? And because of that lifestyle, I might not live to my potential. So the universe, or if you believe in God, if I'm destined to be a rich man, well, if I'm destined to make money, the universe will use being struggling as a trader. Let me say it that way. The universe is going to use struggling as a trader for you to go through a period of self-reflection, self-transformation, for you to be aware of all your character flaws, so that when you become profitable and you start making the money, you now know the things that you don't have to do with that kind of money. All right? And most people don't pay attention to this, because it's not a subject that is really touched upon in the trading industry. I think some people do talk about it, but again, they don't get the views for it, because no one wants to listen to it. But believe me, when you start paying attention to yourself and looking within to know, why am I struggling with my trading? Is there certain things that I have within my system, behavior wise, that I need to change, or I just need to be aware? Because if you are destined to make money, you will make money, but to the extent of keeping it and being consistent with it, that's what we are talking about here. So you need to transform yourself from whatever you are once you start trading to a completely different person. Now, every profitable trader, you can go around and ask. I have experienced it, and I'm telling you, every profitable trader that is consistent in this journey has gone through this transformation, because it's impossible to fix a problem with the same mind that created it. It's absolutely impossible, because you'll be looking at the problem with the same mind that created it. So you have to transform the mind, see the other side of the problem for you to be able to solve it. Right? Now, it doesn't matter. You can be a Christian, you can be a Muslim, you can be a devotee of anything. You need to pay attention to yourself. You need to pay attention to the way you think, the way you behave, and certain things that you do in secret that nobody knows about. Those things might be the reason why you're struggling. It has nothing to do with the charts. Believe me when I say that, because if it was the charts, trust me, I have spent years on the chart, but not until I started paying attention to myself, not until I started paying attention to my behaviors that are not right for me. Okay, and someone might ask, how do I know the behaviors that are not right for me? Okay, and one simple answer that I can give you is pay attention to your intuition, because sometimes you do certain things and something within you will tell you don't do this, but you go ahead and do it. Okay, and another thing is again, people frown on this, but I'm gonna say it because I want you to be profitable, so I have to share with you what you need to do to be profitable. You need to look into astrology, all right, and then look at the day you were born. Okay, the nature provides information to who you are. So like for example, myself, I was born in August, so I'm a Leo. So I looked into Leo and then look at my strength versus my weakness, and then I looked at the weakness, because my strength is just something that ability that I have. One of them is what I'm doing now, communicating to you in a way that you would understand me. Okay, the weakness is the ones that probably maybe you might be aware of, maybe you might not be aware of them. Those weakness is the behaviors that you have without even knowing. So if you look at your sign, it has strength and weakness. Look at the weakness, and that's just one of them. Okay, you might have other behaviors that you've cultivated since childhood. So that one you can know them by doing some introspection, by looking within yourself. Okay, but the ones that are hidden is the one that I'm sharing with you. If you look at your birth sign, look at the weakness of that birth sign. Those are behaviors that are hidden within yourself. You might subconsciously do it, but you will not be aware of them. So you might be potentially, like for myself, not until I started looking into my my sign, my birth sign, then I realized that certain behaviors that I had has to do with that. Especially any Leo, if you're born between, I think, towards the end of July till mid-August or end of August, if you're a man and you were born in that sign, you like women, full stop. You cannot deny it. Now, if you don't like them, when you make money, it will manifest. Okay, because what are you going to do with the money? Think about it. If you've not gone through any hardship, if you've not gone through any pain, you have no idea what to do with the money. It's just going to be something that you feel like you're lucky, you're just going to be spending it and being happy. But if you've gone through pain, you're going to use it. You're going to use that money constructively, meaning you're going to use it for something meaningful. Okay, but back to this. If you're a Leo and you don't like women for now, you will at some point. If you've not gone through the process of looking within yourself to identify that this is my weakness, so when I make money, I make sure, because it's awareness, you become conscious of it, and you make sure that you don't go in that area, because if you do, that's what is going to be your downfall. Now the universe, loving you so much, wants to bring your attention to it, so that when you make the money, you don't go in that path, or you don't go through that path. So spiritual journey as a trader is a must for every trader out there. If you want to be profitable, you have to embark on a spiritual journey. Full stop. Every successful trader has one way or the other looked into this, because you want to understand why you're not profitable. Now, it's not the charts. Forget the charts for now. Okay, that's why I'm not showing you anything fancy today. Forget about the charts for now. You have to embark on a spiritual journey to understand who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, right? And then discover your weakness, work on those weaknesses, and then by the time you do that, and also stop believing certain things, because certain things are not good for you. Okay, when you embark on a spiritual journey, you will see through the matrix, and then see that this is the reason why I'm struggling. I'm looking at life in a in a different angle, when life is actually, so if you're looking at life, like this, when life is actually maybe a circle. So you change your perspective, and then all of a sudden you have clarity, all of a sudden you understand yourself, and then the charts will open up to you just like that. You are going to be amazing in trading. Once you go through the process of inspecting yourself and looking at your weakness, it's here. Spiritual journey. If you are struggling with trading, embark on a spiritual journey. Okay? Now, question, how do I start that? You have internet, Google it. How do I start a spiritual journey? How do I start looking at myself? How do I start looking into why I'm struggling? Because nothing happens by chance. Everything is for a reason, and there's a reason why I'm doing this video this morning. Again, I always go with my intuition. I feel like someone needs it, so when I feel it, I do it. And once you embark on a spiritual journey, you understand what I mean. You will feel people. You will feel the need of people, and that is unique. Okay, so hopefully you will find some insight into this video. Share it with any friend that is struggling with trading, because if you want your friend, or if you yourself want to be profitable, you have to change, not just trading, right? Not just the charts. Systems will conform to you. Trust and believe me. Okay, ICT, if you listen, if I don't think those videos were shared publicly, but before ICT became profitable, he went on a spiritual journey. He surrendered himself to something, right? Go and look it up. For him to see the things that he was seeing, he surrendered himself up to something. I'll say God. He surrendered himself to God, so God can use him as a reference, right? As someone to share all the knowledge that he's sharing now. And I would say I did the same thing. I surrendered, and certain things are being shown to me on the chart without anyone teaching me. I know certain things in the charts, no one taught me. It came to me because I understand myself. I'm right here. I understand myself. I get intuitions. I look at the chart and something will tell me within myself, look at this, look into this. That is what you have to do. If you don't do that, you are in the matrix and you are being controlled by your own subconscious mind, based on how you've been programmed from childhood. So hopefully you find this very helpful. Share it, and if you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.